You're watching Cover to Cover, our guide to the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read. This week we're introducing Banda Singh Bahadur and Sikh Sovereignty by Dr. Harbans Kaur Sagoo. The edition that we're looking at is a hardbound edition and was the first edition published in 2001. Dr. Harbans Kaur Sagoo is a noted researcher and academic based in Delhi. She received her PhD from Punjab University in Chandigarh and was the recipient of multiple scholarship awards from the SGPC. This particular work, Banda Singh Bahadur and Sikh Sovereignty, is perhaps the most notable work that she has published to date and is essentially a compilation of many of the different historical works that abound about the life of Banda Singh Bahadur. This is my second most favourite piece of work published about Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, his life and his achievements, because what Dr. Sagoo excellently does is bring together vast numbers of resources and references about the life of Banda Singh Bahadur and present them in a narrative that tells the reality of what was Banda Singh Bahadur's life. Now, not every single thing that you read in this work will be something agreeable to you. It certainly wasn't for me. However, on the whole, what it does is provide a very solid way of looking at the life of Banda Singh Bahadur from a Sikh perspective and goes to a great degree in correcting the wrongs that have been written about Baba Banda Singh by many noted historians throughout the 20th century and prior to that too. Following on from the introductory preface, forward and acknowledgements that this book launches with, what is it all about? Well, the book consists primarily of 8 differing chapters, which do not start by telling us of who Banda Singh Bahadur was and how he came about, but most interestingly and importantly, it talks about the period that starts with Guru Nanak's life and how Guru Nanak engaged and interacted with the differing Mughal emperors throughout his 10 forms. We have a vast amount of material talking about the differing battles engaged in by the 10th Guru Nanak, Guru Gobind Singh, and then we get on to the life of Banda Singh Bahadur and how he fits in the context of early Sikh history. Chapter 3 explores the establishment of state by the Sikhs before going on to look at how that Sikh state developed over the coming 6 years. And the book, of course, finishes with the ultimate demise of Banda Singh Bahadur and his compatriots, followed by a conclusion through the epilogue. As I've already stated, this book is a fantastic resource because it compiles and brings together numerous references and footnotes in each individual chapter. Throughout the text itself, Dr. Sagoo goes into detail talking about different historians and how they have talked about Baba Banda Singh Bahadur and his legacy. Ultimately, what this book does really well is bring together numerous sources for the reader themselves to make their own judgment as to what it was that Banda Singh Bahadur and the Khalsa of the early 1700s achieved. As well as the umpteen footnotes and references, there are a number of photographs that make this a must-have book for a certain period of time when it was published at the turn of the century, when some of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur's historical places of importance were still in a condition that they could be recognized and acknowledged for what they were. In addition, we have an absolutely fantastic index and bibliography. As you can see, I'm gushing about this book because all round it is my first go-to book on Baba Banda Singh Bahadur's life. Now, I did say that it was my second favourite book on this subject, and that's because nothing comes close to talking about the life of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur than Dr. Ganda Singh's work on the life and times of Baba Banda Bahadur. However, what you will find from Sagoo's work is that she references Dr. Ganda Singh's work quite a lot, and in her opening acknowledgements mentions Dr. Ganda Singh by name, that his seminal work on this subject matter is what has made it easier for her to achieve publishing this book. This is a book that I think should belong on the bookshelf of every Gurdwara, every library and Sikh institution that has an interest in the life of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur and Sikh sovereignty itself, which, let's face it, should be all of those Sikh institutions, organizations and Gurdwara. What it provides for the individual reader watching this review and wanting to purchase this book itself is a reference tool that you can read from start to finish to get a greater comprehensive understanding of the life of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, but it also provides that encyclopedic knowledge that you can go to from time to time when you find out something new from that time period that sparks an interest for you to know more. The references and footnotes give you something to look to further so that you can find more specific focused work on different areas of the Khalsa Republic of the early 18th century. But we want to know what you think, so please leave us a comment below and share your thoughts on Banda Singh Bahadur and Sikh sovereignty by Dr. Harbans Kaur Sagoo. Join us again for another Cover to Cover here at Naujawani, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel where we give you more and more Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read.